Hello, you're watching Stretford Paddock. My name's Joe. We're here today to talk about the news that's been coming out over the last, 12 hours and then up until this morning about Erling Haaland and United's bid for him that has been seemingly confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, who is a very highly regarded tier one on Reddit, one of the most sort of reputable journalists, certainly in terms of transfers and that kind of thing. He has said the Haaland situation right now, there is a bid from Man United, there is a bid from Juventus, there is a bid from Leipzig and a bid from Borussia Dortmund. It has since come out this morning that it seems as though Leipzig may not be able to afford both the transfer fee and potentially his wages. Obviously, Juventus seemed interested, but the key here is that United have made a bid for Erling Haaland. It's sort of come off the back of this meeting that Solskjaer has had in Austria over the last couple of days. There has since been news that we'll come on to very soon about Erling Haaland signing shirts and signing United shirts specifically. Something a little bit fishy going on there. But the key story here is that United have made a bid for Haaland, and United are interested in Haaland. Let's get on to this shirt thing, because it's all very strange. So last night, I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, there was a picture that came out of Erling Haaland signing a Man United shirt. If we could just get that up on the screen at some point, you'll like I said, I'm sure you will have seen that. And it's this season's shirt. It's none of this stuff where it's some old picture, as you can see there. Look, he's signing the shirt. When you look at it, it looks like he's in some sort of like function room of some kind of hotel. There's tables there, there's a guy with a suit, there's two people holding the shirt, he's wearing a hoodie with a hood on, all of these sorts of things. Then he sort of released this picture onto his Instagram story and then sort of filled in the rest of the evening with a picture of him signing loads of different shirts. Oh look, there's nothing in this one, he's just signing loads of shirts as players do all the time. But the interesting thing is, he's wearing different clothes in the United one, there's different people holding the shirts in the other one. He's clearly in a different room in the other one. He hasn't got any shoes on that one, so he's probably at home on the right-hand side, because where do you go out for a little meal? There's a little tablecloth on the table. Let me just take my shoes off and start signing some shirts, shall I? People don't really do that, do they? You don't go out to a restaurant or a hotel or something, start taking your shoes off, even if you are a footballer. So what it looks like to me, personally, this picture came out of him signing the United shirt, which, people sign other shirts sometimes. A kid might have sent it in, can you sign my shirt? Fair enough. But United also like to do a release of a signed shirt of a new player. So maybe there's a hint there that we might have signed him in, that he's signing a shirt for that kind of thing. Who knows? But the interesting, the cover-up, the fact that, if you look at as well, so look at the shirts he's signing. He signed the United shirt, which he has no link to United other than this current transfer speculation. The other shirts he signed is a Red Bull Salzburg shirt, which is the team he plays for. He signed a Molde shirt, which is the team that he came through at, that we all know with the link with Solskjaer. He signed a Leeds shirt, which is the team his dad played for. He signed a Napoli shirt, which is someone that he's played in the Champions League this season. And he signed a Bryn or Brian shirt, which is his first club. So all of those shirts except Man United, he is very likely to have at his house, which is clearly where he is on the rest of the pictures. Like I said, shoes off, just having a laugh. Also, look at all of these pictures. He's not written anything on any of these shirts so far. These are pictures posed and staged. Look, let's take a picture of me signing these shirts. There's no markings on any of the pictures. Stephen Howson made a good point last night. What colour pen is he using here? He's not. It looks like he's signing a black shirt with a black pen in the bottom right. It looks to me as though this story's leaked. Whether it's innocent or not, it looks like he's signing United shirts because he's signing for United, and then they've gone, oh my God, what can we do? Well, let's just make it look like we sign shirts all the time. Just going to sign 6 shirts that you just happen to have at your house, other than the United shirt, which you probably wouldn't have. So it's a very suspicious set of images, if you ask me. We're live, of course, so let me know in the comments what you think to these pictures. The first one as well, he's bent over more. He's not... The other ones, he's very much playing up for the cameras. Stand still, hold the pen to the shirt and sign the shirt. It looks as though it's a bit of damage limitations and they are scrambling some sort of excuse as to why he was signing a United shirt by making it look like he was signing shirts that he probably would just have lying around his house. it's interesting anyway. Like I said, him signing a United shirt in itself is almost the least of the suspicious activities going on here. People sign shirts. There was pictures of Pogba signing Real Madrid shirts in 2016. People sign different shirts. But what seems like an obvious cover-up to me, like we'll just make it seem as though I've spent all night signing shirts, is the thing that makes me believe that there may be something in this, more so than the fact that he is just signing shirts. Let me know in the comments if you think there's anything in this, if you think that this is a bit of a marketing sort of reaction to a leaked image. Because this image came out, it was put originally onto a Norwegian Facebook group, a United fan group based in Norway, and the image was then posted to Reddit. So it's almost like it wasn't put out by some publication, it wasn't put out originally by him. So it wasn't as though that it's all from his Instagram story like it ended up being. This image was put out, and then after it was put out, it was then put on his Instagram story. So it's a fishy one, to say the very least, if you ask me. And the cover-up is the fishiest part of all of it. In the comments here, BMW Racing says, I think the deal is done, just waiting on the transfer window opening. Again, this is, if you pair this all together with Solskjaer's quotes about he knows what he's going to do, people always like to say, we don't talk about other teams' players. But then he did talk about another team's player. So I think he's not left it completely silent there. He has made a comment on it. Raiola isn't his agent, he's a family friend. Yeah, that's true. We maybe insinuated yesterday that he was his agent, but he's more of an advisor, which, he sort of helps him. He's going to try and help him through his career, that kind of thing, which, he's still got an involvement, certainly, in the transfer. The other signs he was trolling a bit. Well, do you think he was trolling by trolling United fans? Do you think he was signing the United fan to troll? Or what, which part of it's trolling other than he's obviously signed loads of shirts after this picture's come out? Raiola's done this before. Yeah, it almost does feel like it might be... the whole thing could be orchestrated to look... This is almost like we're like 4D chess type territory here, where Raiola purposely made him sign one shirt in one outfit, go home and sign 5 other shirts in another outfit. What is this? This is just the deepest mind games ever. We've got CSI Joe comment from Adam. Yeah, this is CSI Joe. We need like the Who playing at the start of the intro instead, rather than the Stretford Paddock one, because we're digging deep, and this is some detective work here. If we get Haaland now, can he join us for training before the window opens? I don't think so. I think you can't sign a player until January. I mean, unless... I don't think that would happen. I think you would wait until the players have signed. How many signings have we ever done in January? Well, we got Alexis Sanchez in January. We famously got Vidic and Evra. They're just some successful signings that we got. Maybe not Sanchez, of course, but signings do happen in January. That's, it's less likely partly because the window's shorter, partly because... players that might still be in the Champions League. Of course, Salzburg are now out of the Champions League. There's loads of reasons why people don't get signed in January, but signings do still happen. Reports are saying 70+ million. Whatever happened to the buyout clause? Well, the buyout clause has only ever been suggested and rumoured and sort of hearsay. It was reported by The Athletic, or at least mentioned by The Athletic, so that gave it some sort of credit and weight. But other than that, there has been no official confirmation of a buyout clause, as there never is really, except in Spain when I think the buyout clauses have to be public and every player has to have a buyout clause. So in terms of whether he's got a £17 million buyout clause or not, we will never know unless he has got it and we sign him for that. I think it's not something you can just go and check, I don't think. So that's, again, basically the main news today is that Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Man United have made a bid amongst other teams for Erling Haaland. It's obviously one we're going to be tracking very closely. If any other news breaks, we will be going live any time of day. Assuming this one keeps going, which it looks like it's going to. It's only 18th of December, and every single day there seems to be another breaking news, another story, another set of circumstances that are changing surrounding this one. So we're going to be covering all of that Of course, as well, we've got the Colchester game coming later today, the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. We're going to be having a preview. We're going to be getting in... Well, the previews are out. We're going to be having live reaction to the team news as well. So we're going to be streaming before the team news starts, and we're going to be seeing that team news with you, and we'll react to that as soon as it comes in. So be sure to check that out if you want the team news before anywhere else. And then, of course, we'll be having a watch-along later, so do tune in for that as well. I'd also like to make a quick mention as well. Last night we reported on a story that was in the Daily Express. They were quoting TV2, a Norwegian outfit. They were saying that Haaland wanted assurances on Solskjaer's future at United before signing. We've since learned that that was a slight mistranslation. We've looked at the translation ourselves, and it's a bit of an iffy one, so we decided to trust the Express on that, and it seems as though they got it wrong, but we also got it wrong, so we'd like to apologise for posting that, but we'd like to be as transparent and as honest as possible, so there you go. Right, thank you very much for joining me. Again, do join us for the team news and for the watch-along and the review later on, and if there's any more breaking news, we will be here for that, and we'll see you next time.